the Tiny Camper Gathering in Lakeland, Florida. Tiny Camper will hold these gatherings about every quarter if they get a chance. This gathering is being held at Wilderness Shores Ranch in Lakeland, Florida. We have a great time with the Tiny Camper gatherings, but one of the things we always look forward to is the trail rides. Wilderness Shores is 750 acres there in Lakeland, and we were fortunate enough to have the owner give us permission to ride on the back 40 of his property. And I would say that during the trail ride, there was basically about 5 obstacles. There were 4 water crossings and one pretty steep downhill that we did. And the rest of it was uneven ground, and we had a good time on the trail ride. We were camping here at Wilderness Shores Ranch, and one of the unique things is the fact that you're camping in a cow pasture, and they have cattle, horses, and goats that are roaming free. And they will come right into your campsite for you to get pictures, and you can actually pet them. There's the first water crossing, and it's pretty solid bottom. There's a lot of rock and stuff, and there's a couple of holes that they don't exactly swallow you, but they these little stock Jeeps, you'll see it here in a minute, they drop it down a little bit. And there he goes across, no water in, everything's good. Now here's my turn, and you'll see as we go across how deep it is. This particular camera is mounted on the bumper of the Jeep, and I'm running 35s. As you can see, the camera stayed out of the water, and everything come out okay. There was a couple of these little bridges, and the last one was kind of skinny. Wilderness Shores Ranch is an active cattle ranch, and they do have cattle roam free. I believe that Wilderness Shores Ranch is a reclaimed phosphate area. Here at Wilderness Shores Ranch, they do have over 100 campsites. Some of them have electric and water for RVs, as well as having tent campsites that are along the lake that you can camp right on the shore of the lake. This is one of the things that I like. You can see we're gaining some elevation here where I believe that you can see out a lot better having the elevation, and it just probably the closest thing that you can get to riding in mountains in Florida. Another unique thing about Wilderness Shores Ranch is that if you don't have a tent, they actually rent tents. Uh, and then they'll have them all set up so when you come up, you just basically put your stuff in it and, camp. It's a kind of unique feature that they got here. You're also allowed to fish, and they encourage you to fish, kayak, and canoe on the lake. This is where we found out we were on a dead end trail, and it kind of ended, and we had to kind of turn around and head back the other way. This trail ride was completely unexpected. The owner, we were talking to him, and he said that we could do a trail ride back here, and he's trying to develop an area for doing off-the-grid camping for campers like us that are completely self-contained and do not need to plug in. The thing that he's done is on the roads that he's got cut in back here, and they're still pretty rough, but he's got a dozer out here that's smoothing them out and everything. But he's put benches in and picnic tables so you can fish and even come back here and take lunch. This property, I think, is reclaimed phosphate mine, and the the lake is left over from where they dug the phosphate out of the ground and mound the dirt up, and that's what we're riding on. Here is a mound that raises us up off the water, and you can get. I just think you get such a nice view. Um, like to say showing natural Florida, but it's really natural mind Florida. That is one of the things about Central Florida. The phosphate industry has been in here, and they have dug everywhere in Central Florida, all the way down, Fort Meade, Manatee County, Hardy County. All of these counties have all been heavily mined with the phosphate industry. Up at the general store where you check in when you come in, they sell the grass-fed beef there, and that's grown right there on the ranch. And like I said, you can come in and see the cattle. They have longhorn cattle, which are the ones with the real long horns that pretty wild being around them. Here's a one of the pedestrian bridges that we're going by here. This little bridge here that they've got for going across is plenty wide and not the little narrow one I talked about earlier in the video. And we're going to shoot back across the water here. If you notice, the water is kind of flowing at this point. One of the questions I get asked is, are you worried about water getting in your Jeep? Well, the thing is, as long as you keep that forward momentum going, you pretty much don't have to worry about water getting in. It's when you get stopped, you get stuck, or you have to stop in the water that you have to worry about that water intrusion. This JK is set up on 40s, and he had no issues making the crossing look like it was easy. This crossing here really was an easy one. It wasn't much to it. None of us had any issues, but you know, it's always nice when you get out and you can use your Jeep or your truck, whatever, for what you design it for and what you intend to do with it. Well, it's my turn, so let's see how we do. See how easy I can make it look. It is a fairly easy crossing. A lot of these trails go out, they loop around and then come back. They just kind of go out on the fingers that are going out into the lake. These gatherings that Tiny Camper puts on are open to everybody, and they're very informal. Nothing really written in stone. Nothing. Joe has an idea of what he wants to do, and we go out and we normally have a potluck dinner on Saturday night, and it's just a chance for us to get together and have a good time. And like I said, everybody is welcome, not just tiny camper owners. Here we're coming up on what is known as the island. The bridge there is a pedestrian bridge, so we do it as a water crossing. And here we go, and this one is a little bit deeper. Out here at Wilderness Shores Ranch, there is a lot of shoreline that you can fish from, and you follow the trails back here with the picnic benches and stuff, and there's a lot of great area out here. If you like the video, how about giving it a thumbs up? And while you're at it, if you're not a subscriber, how about subscribing to the channel and hit that notification bell there. That'll tell you when the next video comes out. This area out here on the island is an area that they're working on. This is where their bulldozer was parked, and he was telling us that I guess he broke a piece on his bulldozer and it's been sitting back here, but that this area on the island was an area that they hope to get it ready for people to come out here and enjoy. I think our opinion of the area is it's an area that we would like to see remain just the way it is, because this was probably the best part of the whole trail ride. This is a bridge that when you're inside the Jeep, it seemed a lot skinnier than what it actually is. And even though there's enough room on there, it doesn't look like it from inside the Jeep. I'm not sure exactly how long Wilderness Shores Ranch has been open, but especially to the public. But I hope they're around for a long time. We really did enjoy our stay, and I really would like to see how this how this ended up being developed and see what it's like, because it sure was a lot of fun out here. This right here, the camera does not do it justice. It doesn't look that steep, but it is pretty steep going down through here. I'm gonna get turned around here so I can get some video of the other guys coming down the incline. Looks like the first one coming down is Nick with his Cherokee. And this is John coming down in his little two-door JK. This is one of the new guys to our group, and I'm not sure exactly what his name is, but he's in with the group that is Overland Dads, South Florida. I'm looking to do many more camping trips with these guys. They were a lot of fun, and really enjoyed camping with them this weekend. This was just like all the other gatherings. We had a great time, and we met a lot of new people and really enjoyed camping with them, and hope to see them again. And we're getting quite a good group together, and hope to do a lot more of these. We're several of our old friends that normally make the gathering that didn't make it this time, and sure do hope to see them on another one. And at the gatherings, a lot of times there's some of them that come out that they don't have the off-road vehicles, and they don't get to do the trail rides, so you know, we kind of miss them back here. But we did get to camp with them, and we did enjoy their company too. While I'm, thanking everybody and saying what a great time I had, let's not forget about Joe, the owner of Tiny Camper, that put the whole thing on. Man, you know, these things are just so much fun, and I hate to miss any of them. While we were here, Joe did announce that the next one would be in Ocala National Forest and that it would be January 24th, 2025. And off the island we go. Here we're crossing back onto the main part, heading back for camp. Seeing it on the videos is nice, but getting out and creating your own adventure, that's where it's at. And, you know, I hope that these videos inspire people to go out and make their own adventure. And if you're looking for something to do, come on out and camp with us. We post on Facebook and stuff like that. When you see one of the gatherings, come on out and enjoy one of the gatherings with us. At the gatherings, there's so much food. Our potluck dinners are always great, and you know, just the friendship that you have and everything with meeting people, and you know, and everybody's like-minded. They like camping, they like adventure, and they like to have a good time. So come on out and enjoy one of our gatherings. As we finish up on our trail ride here, we're coming back into the campsite area where if you look to the right, you'll see the tent sites that are lined up along the shores of the lake. And then if you look back to your left, you'll see the RV sites, and they have water and electric hookups up there. At this point, I'd like to go ahead and thank all my subscribers out there. And, you know, how about hitting that like button if you haven't already? And if you're not a subscriber, how about subscribing to the channel? It doesn't cost anything, and it sure does help me out. And while you're at it, hit the notification bell there. That way you can see the next video when it comes out. I'd like to say thank you for watching, And why don't you just come on out and go on an adventure with us? And if you don't do it with us, get out and have an adventure. It's just so much fun.